Welcome back. WNST, Towson, Baltimore, and WNST.net. All of our WNST programming from here at the Georgia World Congress Center, brought to you by our friends at Lightbridge Health Sports Medicine Institute, as well as our friends at Royal Farms. Real fresh, real fast. We got Hall of Famers. We've got beef jerky. We've got comedy. Morton Anderson is here. I have personally witnessed this man's brand of unique comedy here for Wayne Gandy over here in Atlanta. And I'm hoping that.
It was fun.
I hope that.
A lot of fun.
Well, you were singing Elvis a moment ago, so.
Wise men say only fools walk in.
Kicking. How are you?
I'm great. This is fun. This is fun for me to do. I love radio because they don't have to look at my face.
Well, we were on the camera, though.
That's why I sit.
Oh, no.
This is why I sit on this side of the camera.
Well, how
Puts
else
10 pounds on, apparently.
How else are we going to see
Holy cow.
this gold jacket if we don't?
Did I eat yeast this morning? Yes, I did.
Oh my goodness! Are you gluten free?
No, hardly. I'm Haagen-Dazs. I'm Frühstück. I'm sorry.
You're having fun. You're having more fun than the rest of us.
My throat's killing me.
Tony Biggs is here. So first things first, when I see a dude walking through here on Radio Row for the Super Bowl, and I see him in his chef gear, that's a guy I want to know because they're usually bringing food, you know? I'm going to turn that down for you. You all right?
A lot of talking. Sorry.
What happened to Morton Anderson? He died on Radio Row and Nestor Show. I can't have that happen.
Anaphylactic shock.
I can't have that on my head. Tony, so I see a guy in a chef thing, and I'm thinking, that guy's got to come over here. So
we're over here. We brought you some great certified Angus beef steak strips, and I hope you like those. But more importantly, we're here to talk about beef and Morton Anderson's dish, a certified Angus beef roasted filet.
I'm a chef.
You do comedy? You kick?
Comedic stylings of Chef Anderson.
And these Europeans, man, they got it all nailed. Hey, you know what I mean? They figured it all
Renaissance
out.
man.
I can tell, man. What brought you to America to begin with? Seriously.
I flew over.
When's the first time you saw an American football game to even know what it was? Because you played soccer, football.
1977. This was I didn't speak English. I was 17 years old. Didn't know the game. And I wanted to play soccer. They didn't have a soccer team on my high school team. They said, hey, we need a kicker. Would you do that? I said, I'll try it. And then I realized the ball wasn't round. And so it was kind of starting from scratch. But it worked out. The ball flew high, flew true.
When's the first time you held a professional football in your – probably not the easiest thing in the world to get in Europe in 1980, right?
I didn't know anything about
the game. A rugby ball maybe, right? A rugby ball is a little different.
I knew nothing about the game. Absolutely nothing. So my story is literally the American dream of coming over here from scratch, from nothing, and actually just with some hard work and a little bit of talent, anything's possible. This is the greatest country on earth.
What do you love about America?
I love certified Angus beef, baby. That's what I love about America.
Go, baby.
There you go. That's what I love.
Tony, tell me what you do here, because apparently you do handcrafted and smoked beef steak strips, and
we do much more than that.
Hey, we have to give a shout out to our local partner, Wise Groceries.
Sure,
they're wonderful brand partners.
They sell your partners,
and they sell our products.
Sell your products. Well, I got some friends. Rob Santoni B. Hey, Rob. Good morning. We're selling.
Hey, Rob.
Aisle 8. Make sure you find some for us up there in White Marsh, or just friends of ours. So.
Okay, good.
All right.
I want to make sure
Morton Anderson's here. The comedy that's going out on the video right now is not being caught on the radio side of things here. But how's your life changed as a Hall of Famer?
The platform is bigger. The bar has been raised. People actually listen to you. I mean, people like you actually invite me into a chair and I can talk. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful,
I want to talk about Europe and why when I go over there all the food looks better, the food tastes better. Why is that?
Well, you have the slim fit. You can wear a suit, a slim fit. I can't wear a slim. You know, the cut, the suits.
Listen to
me. Those Euro guys look really good in a slim, but
for everybody
I'm
out
big
there
and tall
who's
guy.
ever worn Husky, and I wore Husky much of my youth.
What is Husky?
Just Husky fit, a little bigger.
Oh. XXL? Is that
stout,
XXL?
Big bone. you know all the words. You know,
as long as it's certified Husky.
I spent a large stretch of my life being larger. I still eat all the same stuff. Like, I love food. I love
tasting. Are you a foodie?
I love food. Everywhere we go, we look for great places to eat. Here in Atlanta the other night, I found myself up at Port Calvin's with a lobster a stir fry. I mean, I love food, but I just don't eat as much of it. as I used to, but I'll eat any. Don't think because I'm skinny I don't like food or I'm over vomiting in the corner.
But you know what? You're so right. Portion control. It is all about that. Like the protein the size of the fist of your hand, and then greens around it. Just hang
Nutrition
tight
with Hall of Famer.
Hang tight on the carbs, man. If you're going to eat carbs, eat it early in the day. And eat the carbs that you can digest that doesn't turn into fats or sugar, so you don't spike that glucose. It's all about maintaining a nice level of glucose through the day.
Timing, too. Don't eat after 6.
My wife's diabetic, and it's changed my life because she eats sort of on a schedule.
Oh, yeah.
So over the last 16 years, it's been much easier for me to sort of eat on a schedule, except when I go to the Super Bowl without her.
Yeah, that's
and the
tough.
first 4 days before she gets here, I leave in the refrigerator pizza, Black Forest cake, which we're about to eat. So pull that Black Forest cake out. Pull that out, and let me
that
show the
looks
chefs
good.
while we're
Oh,
sitting here
that's
eating,
it.
while I'm drinking my Royal Farms coffee this
Let's
morning.
sprinkle some certified Angus beef steak tips on that.
So I'm just
Black
showing you,
Forest
this is
cake.
how
Yeah.
we eat.
Oh.
See this here?
Can we dip
This
into
is what's
this?
left
Yeah,
over.
that'd be good.
Take a steak trip and then
This
dip
is
it
what I
into
give
the
my
Forest
wife.
cake.
So
That is decadent
don't
right
be
there.
playing this. I'm skinny, so I'm not going to eat your beef strips.
I got
will
you.
eat that.
I know you will, and you should. This will make your life better. This is a game changer.
When are you doing stand-up comedy? When are you and I going to take the stage here?
I'll be here all the week. Try the veal. I'm here all the week. I'm here all the week.
Oh, I wouldn't have the veal. I would go with the steak strips here.
You know what? It's been fun. I just if you can't laugh at life, I mean, what do you have?
Nothing.
Secret sauce is don't take yourself too seriously, number 1. Number 2, do good work. Number 3, be passionate and pass it on to the next generation. And do good for others.
Well, I mean, you're the outgoing kicker guy, and you lasted all these years in the league. You got a Hall of Fame jacket. The platform for you to be able to go out and meet people and do.
So
I'm
awesome,
sure you're
man.
speaking everywhere because that's part of what you do.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I meet great guys like Tony, who is at the highest level in his business. This is one of the greatest chefs in
Where
the
do
world.
you chef? Give me your background. Tell me where are you going to cook me a big fat steak that was better than the one I had last night?
Well, I used to be the chef for the royal family in Amman, Jordan, Queen Rania and King Abdullah.
All right, so you've lived in the other part of the world.
These hands are magical that can cook certified Angus beef steaks. And if you want our recipes, go on CertifiedAngusBeef.com.
Honey, you listening? Pay attention.
CertifiedAngusBeef.com.
baby. Real Deal is hanging out with us. Evander's here.
I want to talk about cooking a little bit with you because it's something we do it every day. We shop. My wife is a 2-time leukemia survivor, so we buy a lot of organic now. We talk about the greens around the fist and all that. Believe me, we've been through all of that, right?
That's awesome.
But for modern day people like us in a kitchen, I am blown away by the amount of expertise that's available, right? That I can go online, and if I want to make a chicken piccata the way you would make a chicken piccata, I can figure out how to do it. And if I learn techniques a little better and heat and flame, that I can cook in my kitchen for friends almost anything. I mean, it really is amazing what Julia Child I had, and 40 years later, it's amazing.
You know what's amazing? That in the last 20 years, maybe 15 to 20 years, there's a huge food revolution going on in this country. A lot of people know what they're eating now, and they care about what they eat, if it's organic, if it's beef. But I mean, can you imagine how many chefs are out there right now, and the folks that know food? You go to New Orleans, or you're part of the country, and they know their regional cuisine. It's just amazing.
Oh, and the Bourdains and the people that have opened the doors to
Correct.
explore food and say, I'm going to try this when I'm in New York instead of that.
Correct.
We live our lives that way. We travel a lot. So we get around a little bit. A pleasure to know you. A pleasure that you would bring your Hall of Fame comedy to my stage, Morton Anderson.
Thank you so much for having us on. We had a blast, and have a great day. Enjoy yourself.
If I had
Enjoy
more
the
space,
madness.
we would go right here. We would kick some field goals together, and
We can
I'd
do
hurt
that.
my knee.
I can do that.
I'm too busy kicking my competitor's butt down here. My knee hurts.
You're doing
so
good.
I can't.
You're
I
doing
can't.
good,
I
kid.
can't
You're
have
doing
that
good.
today. Morton Anderson here, Tony Biggs. All on behalf of our friends here. Let's get to all the beef strip steaks in. Anything else we got to plug?
No, CertifiedAngusBeef.com. All your recipes.
Thank you.
Get the
Thank you.
veal. He'll be here all week. Right there. There it is. Morton Anderson. Anderson joining us here. We are on Radio Row. All of it brought to you by our friends at Lifebridge Health Sports Medicine Institute and our friends at Foundry Row in Owings Mills and Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast, and the tasty coffee that I'm about to have with the Black Forest cake that I got my wife because I'm a nice guy. Sometimes. She sort of agrees. I'm Nestor. We are WNST.net, AM 1570, and WNST Towson, Baltimore, and we never stop talking Baltimore sports.